Hello, welcome to this video on the topic of mathematics. In this video, we'll be going through the entry ticket for the 4th of March. We are presented with our entry ticket. We have two questions. First one is finish the algorithm, and the second one is write the following as they are read. Let's begin with question 1. Finish the algorithm. First algorithm we have is 3,276 and we want to add 527 to it. We'll complete this by using the addition algorithm. I start off on the far right and I'm going to add these two numbers together, 6 and 7. If I have 7 and I add 6 to it, I'm going to get 13. So I'll drop the 3 and I'll carry the 1. Next, I have 2 plus 7 plus 1. 2 plus 7 is going to give me 9, plus 1 will give me 10. I'll drop the 0, carry the 1. Next, I have 2 plus 5 plus 1. 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Finishing this off, I have 3 and nothing. The nothing over here can be represented as a 0, so we could say 3 plus 0. This will give us 3. Therefore, the addition of 3,276 plus 527 is 3,803. Moving along. Finish the algorithm. 3,134 take away 2,481. Once again, I'm going to start off on the far right. I'm going to start off by saying 4 take away 1. 4 take 1 will give me 3. Next, 3 take away 8. Notice that what I'm taking away is larger than what I have, so what I need to do is I need to borrow. I'm going to borrow from the 1, so I'll cross out the 1 and reduce it by 1 to bring it to 0. Next, I'll give the 3 a 1, which will turn it into a 13. Now, 13 take away 8 is going to be 5. Moving along, I have 0 and I want to take away 4. Again, what I'm taking away is larger than what I have, so what I need to do is I need to borrow. I borrow from the 3 by crossing it out and reducing it by 1. I then put a 1 in front of the 0. Next, 10 take away 4, this will be 6. Finishing off, I have 2 take away 2, that's just 0. Therefore, 3,134 take away 2,481 gives me 653. Moving along, finish the algorithm. I have 125 times 32. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off on the far right again, and I'm going to underline my number of interest, which is the 2 here. Next, I'm going to multiply all on the top line by 2. 2 times 5 is 10, so I drop the 0, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Next, 2 times 1 is 2. Perfect, I've done the first half. What I now need to do is cross out the 2, drop a 0. My number of interest is now the 3. I'm now going to multiply all of the top line by 3. 3 times 5 will give me 15, so I'll drop the 5 and I will carry the 1. 3 times 2 will give me 6, plus the 1 will be 7. Moving along, 3 times 1 is 3. Adding these all up, 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10, so I drop the 0, carry the 1. 2 plus 7 is 9, plus the 1 gives me 10, so I'll drop the 0, carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 125 multiplied by 32 will give me 4,000. Moving along. Question 2. Write the following as they are read. I have 5.3073. I'd like to read this like a normal person would. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to underline. I'm firstly going to underline my whole amount. I'm then going to underline my decimal point, and I'm then going to underline my non-whole amount. Reading this out, I start off with the orange underline. The orange underline can be read as 5, so I'm going to write down 5. My red underlining, the decimal place, can be read as end. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend this 5 and this decimal place don't exist, and I'm going to read what's underlined in purple as if it were a whole number. In this case, I'm going to have 3,073. Perfect. Almost done. Now what I need to do is I need to look at the place value of what's underlined in purple. If I zoom in, I've got different place value here. For this 3 over here, it's just to the right of the decimal place, so we say that the place value on this guy is tenths. The 0 is going to be hundredths. The 7 is going to be thousandths. And finally the 3 is tens of thousandths. When writing this out, I always suffix my number by the final place value that I'm using. So in this case, I'm going to suffix this number over here with the tens of thousandths. So writing this out, I say tens of thousandths. So this number 5.3073 would be read like a learned person as 5 and 3,073 tens of thousandths. Next one, 0.428. We want to read this as if we know how to read these. What we're going to do is we're going to do the step of underlining. So the whole amount, the decimal place, finally the non-whole amount. Now this one's a little bit different. Notice that I have 0 and a decimal place. Because I don't have any whole amounts here, so there's only 0 in front of the decimal place, what I do is I just ignore it. So therefore, I'm only going to write what I see to the right of the decimal place. In this case, it's 428. Next step, I need to identify the place value. Now, as I noticed before, the first digit to the right of the decimal place is classified as tenths, then hundredths, then thousandths. I have tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So this number over here is written as 428 thousandths. Thus completing our final question. Write the following as read. We had 5 and 3,073 tens of thousandths and 428 thousandths.